Woo!
Oh. The Charlie Brown one.
All right, we are back with another episode of Lagu.
Wonder if that went through.
I
It'll end
only
it.
got Nat's laugh, and then
Nice.
that was pretty much where the stream started.
Good.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Dang.
What's up, gamers?
Ayo.
Hey yo.
Ayo. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick recap. Are you sure about that, Mingreed?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeesh.
I didn't study.
Jen, that was right in my ear.
Did you hear my breath?
Yeah.
I felt your breath.
Reverberated in my brain. Dude.
Sorry, Shannon. I know how much you don't like that. Alright, so. Sorry, I'm eating popcorn while we're doing this. So last time we left off, we started a murder mystery. Actually, we did that. There was some other stuff that happened. I'm like, a lot happened last session. Like, the party came back from the Heroes Garden successful, not really getting caught, as far as they know. And upon the night, in kind of discussing what their plans are, Sterling was acting sus, and there was an intervention. And Sterling is still sus, but, you know, he's just a liar. And, kind of pissing a little bit off, the party off a little bit with his lies, but, the moral story, he's just sus, and he got a sussy hand, okay? And then that's when the next day the party got informed by Senior Civil Lawyer Soltis that he has a job for them. And jumping onto this as an opportunity, the party, minus Searle, as she was going to hang out with her family and catch up after being gone for so long, go and find out that the job is a murder mystery, that they need help with a potential serial killer who seems to be loose into the city. Finding out a little bit more about these victims, funny enough, they all seem to have some kind of weird connection to being in places or areas that the party has interacted with. But other than that, not that the Watch know that, there seems to be no connection to the victims other than being bit while they were being murdered and having a piece of their body torn off as some kind of trophy for the killer.
Also,
yes?
Their wound, where the final stab was moist around the area.
Yes, exactly. Yum yum yum, lick off the final love of the blood.
Maybe getting eaten.
Yummy.
God.
I didn't say it was water.
What?
You just said it's moist.
It's just liquid.
Why are you
Could be saliva. Could be saliva, guys.
Told you you should have named it Why Are You
Oh, geez.
Basically, the party under the watch of Detective. Hold on, what's her fucking name? Detective Nurkin.
Oh,
I remember that one.
And then they actually went to the morgue to go check out the bodies, and that's where Starve was. And they were an interesting character, but that's when you guys got to check out the bodies. And towards the end of the session, you guys asked if Detective Norkin can show off what they have for their investigation, basically showing to the room where they have the murder board. And that's where we left off last time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's check out this
Show
murder
us
board.
the murder board.
I want to
Yeah,
see the
within-
red string.
Yeah, you do see some red string as Norkin opens up the doors to the investigation room, or the point that they've been holding all the information for it. And you see the map of Waterdeep, and you can see these pins where they had placed down where each of the murders are. One in the Hero's Garden, another in the Allen Estate, and one by a little off from where you guys had purchased the diamonds by the rough cut, somewhere in the C ward. You can see some strings kind of attached to drawings of the victims with some information on them. At a glance, it doesn't seem like anything new. At least about the victims and what's been written up there. It's everything you guys have kind of learned about before talking to Soltis and Starve.
So, there's no other like pin marks or anything. They're just tracking these specific 3.
As there is, you can see kind of on certain pieces of paper on the board, them trying to kind of list up like patterns or connections, and it's other than just the way that they were killed and kind of the trophies that were taken from them. Seem to be the only connections that they can't. There's a little bit of like left, right, but it almost seems scattered. So it seems like they also are struggling to find a connection as well.
Okay.
Detective Norkin kind of looks at you guys and goes, well, kind of knowing the information that you guys know so far, do you see any connections, anything that stands out to you guys?
Not
Mm,
much. It's kind of weird that
Did you pick up any objects from the scene?
Other than the bodies, it's fairly clean. I would even say that the killer is very thorough. They are skilled with a weapon, and they seem to be no strangers to the art of killing.
I think from the killings, like what region of Waterdeep is it?
So we have one that is in the castle ward, that is Chloe. And then we have 2 from the Sea Ward, which is the Hero's Garden and the one in the middle of the streets. And that was the most recent one.
Okay, and Hero's Garden is in
The Sea Ward.
Seaward. So is it 2 in Seaward and 1 in Castleward?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it seems to be around this border area.
Mm-hmm.
there's no one with any of these people at all. Like the watch at the Hero's Garden. Just the one guy.
Just the one guy, and we did try to talk to some of the other guards on watch, and they did say at the day off they did have a few adventurers who were lingering around towards the end of the day. But other than the few passerbyers there, they didn't seem to spot anything that seemed to have ill intent or hear of anything.
Jiren's gonna lean over to Makaria. Was that us lingering? Whispering.
She says no comment.
There's no witnesses at all about no one heard anyone scream or anything?
There is one witness, and that was for the most recent murder. There was an individual who had heard the scream, but she did not see the actual word. She like kind of like pulls out her pieces of like the paperwork there, and she kind of like pulls out the witness. She says from their account that they were a block away from what they assumed to hear the scream, and they saw what looked like a figure walk away. But they did not actually see the murder. As soon as they heard something, they went to collect a watch, and that's when we were actually able to find the body of the third victim.
Um, anything sticking out on this figure? Tall, short?
Like she kind of pulls through some of the paperwork and kind of rereads it. They were saying that they seem to have been a tall figure. They looked like that they had what seemed like very long wild hair.
Mm-hmm. Any color? A specific color?
They said it was too dark.
Okay. Anything specific that they were wearing?
They didn't state. They seemed like they just saw just the silhouette.
Okay, very long.
By any chance, was it the silhouette of a bird?
Why do you say that?
I don't know if there's a tall, long bird
Yeah, I can't think of a
walking
tall,
around.
long bird.
I don't know. I'm pretty
They-
tall.
A
Hair.
bird with long hair?
They did say that it was of humanoid.
Humanoid.
Well,
Um,
then, do you have people patrolling the area now? I would suspect
I
that.
mean, we can try to double our efforts within the C ward, but with the murder in the castle ward, that seems to be connected. It seems like it's not localized.
Well, it could be bordering.
Could
I mean,
be.
they are sort of close to each other, right?
Did we-
Sea Ward, Castle Ward.
Did we
Yes,
figure
they're right
out?
next to each other.
Did we figure out if there's like any pattern at all with the?
Well,
with
we
the-
have the pieces being taken,
Yeah, but
the stab, the bite marks.
I mean,
So, I mean, it went from the north part of Sea Ward to Castle Ward
Mm-hmm.
to the middle of Sea Ward again. So,
so it doesn't seem like
Weird.
Do any of the victims, like, have any sort of common, like, friend or
position of power.
anything that might. Do they know each other somehow?
Competitive
mean,
business.
it seems like, we have our first victim who was a member of the Watch, but talking to family, they don't seem to have any connections with the other victims. Chloe was someone who was not from the city, and it seemed like she came here for a job to work for the Gallon estate. Doesn't seem to have any connections with the other victims, and the most recent we're still investigating, but as anything that we can pin down.
No family?
They do have siblings, but that's currently being investigated.
Okay, okay.
Mm,
we can just go and patrol for now. It doesn't seem like
I
there's
think
anything.
check out the area too.
You
Mhm.
can.
I would just.
We
I
already did
feel.
check out where
Well, which
Chloe
one
was
was-
murdered.
Which one was the most recent murder again?
That
We are at
was
Alton
Ward.
Sea Ward in the streets, few blocks from Rough Cut.
Well, maybe they left behind something. that we
I
can
don't know.
follow. If it's the most recent one, I
My
feel like
gut
the
always feels off when we walk past Seaboard.
well, maybe I could
Oh,
sniff them
something.
out.
Oh, maybe that was the murderer.
Oh yes, I do sometimes feel murderous intent.
Do you feel it now?
Make
Looks
a
around.
make a perception check.
Perception. 11.
No, it's just you and your party and the
Mm,
detective.
no.
So as of now, the perpetrator could be anybody.
Well, let's check out the C ward and see if we can find some more clues.
It sounds like a good plan. I can
All
also
right.
maybe check the waters. Maybe someone discarded a weapon or something.
I like the way you think, Zoe.
Detective Norkin goes, well, I can help you. I am tasked to keep an eye on you. But I can lead you to where the crime scene of the third victim is.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
All right. She kind of looks at you guys as anything else while you guys are here.
Well, for me, it seems like we got everything we could get,
Yeah,
which is
I would
not
agree.
much.
Mm,
Looks like we're gonna have to make a miracle happen.
the last victim?
But you guys were the miracle. That's why Soltis called you.
We're the
Yeah.
miracle?
I am a miracle, aren't I?
The last victim had jewelry and nothing was stolen from her or anything. And the other two either.
Yeah, no. Did not seem that the killer cared for the jewelry. I mean, other than
Okay.
the assuming jewelry that would have been on the third victim's ear.
Zoom. So like,
She did seem to have, and you guys saw that like on her other
yeah,
ear.
she had
She had.
holes and stuff for her like earrings,
Mhm.
but she didn't have them on.
We had removed them
Okay.
for the autopsy.
Alrighty. I cannot.
Well, it's better to go and check out the place before it gets
Mhm.
dark and half the
Mhm.
party can't see.
It is like 4 o'clock right now.
Yeah, that was
So,
a good time to check it out.
We don't have time to spare.
all right. And Norkin kind of goes, all right, I'll lead you guys out.
Before we
Mhm.
go,
Mm-hmm.
do you happen to have any extra detective magnifying glasses around here?
She kind of looks at you, tilts her head to the side, notices that you're wearing the kid badge, and goes, ah, I see. Um, she kind of looks at one of the desks that's in the room, shuffles around, sees a pair of glasses, looks around out the windows just a little bit, pokes one of the lenses out, and then gives it to you, Seven.
All right. This is free of charge, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like it never wasn't even here.
Yeah. Bye.
Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, to the C word. Ward.
You do know I've been tasked to keep an eye on you.
Well, if you're as good of a detective as I would hope you'd be, then you'll be able to find me.
What?
7, you're going the wrong way.
7. She's leading the way.
Oh,
Yeah, how do you get back to the entrance, by the way?
well, you take a right and then you take a left, and you take another left, and then you take another left, and then you take a right, and boom. That was this
No.
area, right?
No, that
Nope.
was
That was the morgue.
Yep.
How did we get here?
Welcome.
Lead
Welcome
the
to
way,
Confusing
please,
Palace.
please lead the way. Thank you.
All right. She leads you away through a series of equally confusing lefts and rights until you eventually find your way back to the entrance of the Palace of Waterdeep. And she kind of gestures towards the rest of you who have the visitor badges, and she goes, for the time being, we ask you to return the badges. We're limited on printing.
Oh. Okay.
Sure.
Sterling peels the sticker off of his clothes.
No, I think you're fine. We have plenty of those.
Oh.
Okay. He puts it back. No, actually, no, he's gonna take it off. He'll take it off and then he'll like stick it in a page in his journal.
Who had the
And-
badges?
It was just Sterling and
everyone, everyone
Oh, yeah,
else
but those
other
were
than
the-
Sterling
yeah.
and Seven had like normal badges.
Oh, I see. Okay. Good
All
enough.
right. So she, Detective Norkin, once you guys are all ready, starts to lead the way, and she kind of shows you briskly where to go, but she's not like Cal. She waits for you to make sure you guys are following.
That's a very nice change of pace.
Mm-mm.
And she kind of goes, she's like, oh, from what I've heard, you guys have been new to the city. How long have you guys been here?
Like a week?
A week? Okay. What do you guys think? You guys, is this your, I know you, and this may sound presumptuous, but is this your first time in a big city? I can't help but see the bewilderness in your eyes when you see the crowds and traffic that we have here sometimes.
Um,
I love the
I-
burgers.
Most of us, yes,
That
I
is true.
suppose.
Okay. Yeah, what do you guys think?
It's busy.
The
Yeah.
food's cool. The constant dead bodies is always keeping me on my toes.
You. We haven't seen that many.
I'm sure we'll see another here soon.
Hmm.
What do you mean by that?
You're supposed to
There's a
catch
lot of
the
people.
murderer,
He's not
Seven.
gonna elaborate. He's not gonna. He's gonna keep going.
And she pulls out the little
So fucking
booklet,
suspicious.
writes something down, and puts it away.
I don't know what's gotten
Um,
into him. I feel like lately he's been like, I think he's going through a phase. So
Is he like
don't mind
going
what he's saying.
through bird puberty?
I think so. He's getting into that phase of like, edgy, death, like
Rebellious.
Ah, so he's a teenager. Okay. Yeah.
I liked it more when he was clueless and in.
I mean,
more
that's
of
what
a
they always
virgin.
say about the kids, you know? They say the younger years are the fun years.
That was not look at
Um,
Why do I
Sterling.
feel like that? Why do I feel like that comment makes everyone in the party go quiet? Yeah, fun.
Clarify.
yeah, the younger years are the fun years.
I was gonna look at Sterling, going, "They're talking about you."
Huh? What? He Sterling kind of looks back at them, just confused.
You're just chatting.
Sterling says edgy teen years.
Okay. Whatever you say, Seven.
Anyways, are we almost at the C word?
Yes, we're crossing the border right now.
I knew it. I sensed it. The
Yeah?
death looming.
Haven't you been here in the city for about a week?
Yeah, but it
Yes.
all looks the same. C word, P word, D word.
Uh-huh.
You guys need to
Okay.
downsize.
I would tell that to the people, the million residents here to downsize. I don't think it's
Like,
gonna happen.
I don't know how many that is, but it sounds like a lot. And I don't want to think about that.
He can't
No,
count
he's
past 20.
I could,
I don't
Ah,
think he can count past 10.
I could
I
definitely count.
see.
I could definitely count that high. I just can't count to 1,000,000. Do you know how many feathers that'd take?
7, can you... Wait, but...
The
If you
last
need
time
your
I don't
feathers
think
to
you counted
count,
10.
I don't think you have any feathers left in your
That-
hands.
That's that's why I wouldn't be able to count to 1,000,000.
Are you able to count to 10 right now?
Yeah. One. He pulls one out.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
7, hang on,
7,
no,
you
I'm
don't
just,
have to
I'm
do
just
that.
joking, you don't have to, I believe you, it's okay.
Three.
You don't have
Please
much
stop.
left.
He's
I
like,
suppose if your other you want your other hand to be as bony as that one.
I feel like if he's pulling off feathers, he'd be pulling off like his like
oh, like his
not his hip.
His hip.
oh, he's like pulling up his shirt and pulling them out.
Oh
You
my
have to
god.
pull out feathers to count them? 7, why don't you count them on you?
What?
Count them on you, like this.
Then
and
but then I'd
Jaren's, like,
lose
pointing.
count. Sometimes the feathers like stick together or overlap, and then I'd get confused.
What's your wing feathers?
Well, not if I had them.
Count the ones on the glove.
Can't pull those off though.
You can't. I'm saying you don't need to pull them off. You can just count them like this. And Jaren is like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, I have 5 fingers. I'm not ripping my fingers off.
You have a weird
That's
way of doing
interesting.
things.
She kind of goes like turns to you guys, Detective Norkin. She goes, "You think by taking the body parts off the victims that they're counting?"
Whoa.
That would be a stretch.
No, it's happened before.
Counting what?
Well, not
Before?
necessarily
What do you mean
counting, but
before?
collecting. There's been murderers before that, or serial killers who will sometimes will take for each murder a finger off a different joint. Um,
Mm,
They're
that's very
taking off
interesting.
bits, right? So,
Yes.
and they're all different each time.
Hmm.
It's almost like they're gonna make a new body.
Maybe.
But they took 2
Maybe.
left hands, didn't they?
No, they took a left hand and a left foot and a right ear.
Didn't they take like 2 of the same thing?
No, left
No.
hand, left foot,
No.
and a right ear.
What's the difference between
Darren's
a
been
hand and
a
a
good
foot?
student.
Oh, 7.
No one.
Alright. So, Sterling's gonna bring out his journal again. He's gonna
At least
write...
for humans, they look the
Okay,
same.
so days of the week, hours in the day,
What?
and now body parts.
What?
We have to teach 7 some stuff. I just need to keep track. Hours of the day, days of the week, months. Oh, months.
Teach him how to put
Time.
put counting his feathers without ripping them out in there too.
Counting his feathers without ripping.
So-
he's writing it down, but you guys notice he's a little slow and a
So
little
it's
wobbly.
left hand, left foot, right ear.
Here, I will write it for you if you want, Sterling.
So
No,
3
I
bodies.
got it.
So 3 bodies.
Yes, 3 bodies as we know of
Yes.
so far.
So what's next? A head? If it were me, I would have done the head.
The head.
It's more menacing that way.
I feel like they took an ear already, so if they're taking like bits,
What if they take the head without the ears?
But they haven't left any like pieces, really.
Wait.
Wait, those fingernails? Did they leave those or did they take them?
I'm pretty sure they left them.
Okay.
But if we're going by that logic, there's only been 3 bodies found, right? With these
Yes.
murders?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know how that can help me.
There's no other murders in the past that have like body parts missing that are
No,
similar
this
to this.
seems, for the most part, new. We did have a few years back where there was a string of murders with tieflings when they took their horns,
Mm.
but we weren't able to find them.
So
But
do you think this person's trying to bring murder back in style?
Wait, you weren't able to find the murderer of the tieflings?
no, it as soon as it started, it had ended.
And he was just taking horns? Anything else? No bits or anything?
No, just the horns.
Were there any bite marks on those ones? Any Any bites? Any maunch? Any crunch?
No, not that we know of. I don't think.
Sounds unrelated to me.
I feel like it's related. What if, here's a theory,
So we're talking theories while we
We were
walk.
yeah, basically, we're killing time here.
what if because the murderer of the tiefling, the tiefling crimes thing has not been caught, a victim of that crime or someone who's related to a victim of that crime, a tiefling, is going after whoever in search of this person.
You think they're looking for people or looking for the specific?
Looking for like revenge somehow?
I don't have anything to back it up, really. This is just me like throwing things out there.
Spitballing?
The
But
victims don't have any, or if you
they
guys
have
been
sharp
looking
teeth
into the
bites.
victims, do
Sharp
they
teeth
know
bites
of
that
any
can be.
tieflings? Do they
Um,
have any tiefling acquaintances or coworkers?
I mean,
Do we have
there's
any
plenty
black markets here?
So we
there's
still not
trust
really
me, there are plenty of black markets here. Every city has its underdark, but I will say, I know, I mean, for the first victim, he was of the Watch, and there's plenty of tieflings who are in the Watch. Chloe is a bit of an oddball, as she is not from Waterdeep. And I don't know, it's strange, and as far as know, we were still investigating the third victim. But we'll see. We'll see if we'll keep an eye. And she kind of pulls out her book and puts down tiefling relation? Question mark?
We need a
It's
bait.
just the teeth mark thing that's kind of making me think maybe it could be a tiefling, because like
Mm-hmm.
tieflings, tritons, water genasi.
Mm-hmm. So you guys kind of follow Detective Norkin to the scene of the crime, which you do see the familiar shop of the Rough Cut pass by. And as Detective Norkin kind of goes by, she goes, I believe the victim, she did work for the Rough Cut, and she seemed to be on her way home, taking this path. And she kind of leads you kind of down the street, and she goes, we believe that she probably was potentially taking a shortcut down this street right over here, and she kind of points towards an alleyway where you do see kind of a lot of footsteps within the snow, probably signifying that there was an investigation kind of taking place of where they were kind of looking around the area. And she kind of goes over and she says, this is where we found the body.
Can we do an investigation?
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to do an
Yeah,
investigation.
Can I do an investigation with my new handy dandy magnifying glass?
Yeah, you can, but you don't get advantage.
Oh damn it, that
Are you
one.
Are
sure?
you sure?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural
21.
20, nice. Oh my god, that one!
Yeah, I nat
Damn!
one.
Damn. You're kind of looking over it, and there's just snow everywhere.
Sterling nat one
Sterling
too.
Oh
Oh
You
my
guys
god.
both look.
I love how
Sterling has
1 minus
zero.
a 1, 0.
You guys are more distracted
At
by
least
7 walking around with this popped out pair of glasses, walking around with his head to the glasses, looking at the snow, and both in your heads you think, how the fuck does he see anything through that?
Do I see anything?
Does he already have
Actually,
a
you
pair
do.
of glasses?
Actually, you do see. As you kind of walk by, you notice, and the first thing, the footsteps that are already kind of walking over there, and it seems like they seem to be strategically walking around what seems to be crime scene. What you're looking at is the footsteps of the investigators from earlier this morning. You do see, kind of towards the, I would say, left wall of the alley is a bit of an indent where you see some reddish brown stains within the snow, and also on the walls of the building next to it. And you can see that there is a lot of blood. If you guys remember from the investigation with Chloe, there was just blood everywhere. It was very messy. And this is very similar. And I will say both Jaren and Seven, you both recognize similar slash blood stains coming from a slashing weapon, or slashing and bladed weapon. There you go. That is what it is. A bladed weapon.
Something sharp.
In something sharp. And you see in the snow signs of struggles. You even see some bloodstains that suggest crawling away before being dragged back. You also see where the victim must have had tried to grab hold of some of the cobble of the wall as she was being dragged, and you can see one of the nails still stuck in between the cobble.
Oh no.
Mhm.
And you do see also strands of red hair as well.
Strands of red
Wow.
hair? Hey, what color hair did Mira have?
Red hair.
Okay.
There was definitely murder here. I could see it. I fear
That leads to an injury.
death and regret.
Oh,
Anything by this cobblestone with the
are you
nail?
looking in those glasses?
Yeah. You kind of take a
Hide
look.
sight glasses.
No.
Yeah, with your investigation, you will see that some of the cobbles where there's like some bloodstains suggesting that this the victim had been back to back to this wall with the initial first strikes, like almost suggesting that the victim had been approached by this. There seemed to be some kind of conversation going on, and then was attacked when the victim was back to the wall. And you can actually even see some slash marks within the cobble, suggesting that this is not from a very long blade. It's almost like a shallow blade.
Okay. Short blade.
Whoever this person is very strong.
To cut through the cobblestone.
And to manhandle.
Could also be the blade is very sharp.
They're dragging a lot and slamming people a lot onto places.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so she talked to them, been approached and talked to them.
Wait.
Mhm.
With the fingernails, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if this would be helpful or if that's in any way, but do you think she scratched the attacker with her nails? Maybe there's evidence on that nail in the wall.
You mean
I
this like
mean-
skin color or
I don't
You know,
know.
evidence.
Something.
Do you want to take a
What?
look?
Blood? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so you take one of the nails and it's a bloody nail. Pretty bloody.
Yeesh.
Now,
Yeah.
how do we know if this wasn't the victim's blood or the attacker?
Hey, Zoe can sniff it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I
How old is
suppose,
this
yeah.
again? How fresh is this nail?
I mean, the victim died this morning.
Then that's perfect. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
Damn. Damn, sorry for your loss. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
jeez.
Zoe,
Mm.
I need you to sniff this out for me.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to make a...
Thanks
check
for
is this?
thanks for this magnifying glass, Nork.
Make a... Oh god, what type of check is this?
Nature?
Not necessarily.
Medicine?
Medicine?
Survival?
I guess it's medicine. I guess
Oh,
medicine
survival.
check.
Or survival.
I would say
don't know.
medicine's closer.
Medicine's
Or
closer.
perception.
But
Or yeah, I
perception.
have
Or perception. I would say perception. That might be
fuck
the
yeah.
best.
That's my
Yeah.
specialty.
Okay.
She's looking at her
Alrighty.
eyes.
Roll channel
Yeah.
times.
More like
Looking
This
sniffing
with
at
is-
her
her
nose.
Nose, yeah.
She smelled the dead body before, and we were in there, I
Yeah.
assume. So, like,
Mhm.
Sniffing
if
with her
it's
snoot.
The snoot. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had to triple or no, I can't triple check where it does the bad thing.
It was
Adds an
Nork.
extra space.
It was Norkin, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're watching a master at work.
She's sniffing this
22.
bloody nail.
Which my passive is still 20.
Okay. So, there's definitely the scent of the victim, but there's also another scent. And the scent is... It's unfamiliar, as, you know, everybody has their own distinct scent, and it seems unfamiliar to an extent, but it also does seem strangely familiar as well. It's weird. It's like... You can't place a finger on it. And just by the... You wouldn't know this because you don't know chemistry, Zoe. Chemistry in D&D time is a select knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
Boy. Oh boy,
it's
oh boy.
almost like the scent is unstable.
Like it's shifting or
No, it's more of like it doesn't have its own distinct thing.
I've
Oh, like,
never
chemically
smelled
it's
it before.
changing.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it just smells off.
It smells weird.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what to make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you have to turn anything to sniff it out, or can you just sniff it out as you
I
are?
try changing into something else and see if it smells different.
I
But I
don't know.
think
if you
Uh,
have to.
It's
I don't
pretty
think you
good
have
as
to.
is, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just wondering. I thought you were gonna change, but I guess you don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, it also does have a familiarness to it too.
Yeah. Can I put a finger on what's familiar, or is it just like right on the edge of my brain where I can't?
Make a nature check. This one will be nature. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me do that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, spark that memory of where you might have sniffed this before.
Mm-hmm.
Herm.
Yeah.
Nature A. That doesn't need to be capitalized. I think eventually I'm just gonna make a sheet so I can copy paste from it and have it open.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like I need to do that too
I'm
as
gonna
well.
do
Little
that.
a cheat sheet.
Okay.
Yes. Of all the little commands, we
Um,
can make it in a Discord
Yeah.
channel and like all contribute to it or something. But
Mm-hmm. It's tough because it's like it's on the tip of your recollection. And you're like, I've definitely smelled this before. And it's familiar in a sense that it's recent. But it's almost like the smell of fresh and odorless at the same time. Like a
like
crisp,
Odorless.
cold day. You know how like it's very just fresh, and you don't smell the pollution, you don't smell like stuff. That's like the crispness of it.
yeah, the pure
Yeah.
nature you
Yeah.
smell. But-
Yeah, and that's kind of what it smells like. It smells very
Okay.
pure.
Okay. For a
And
moment,
that's as best you
fresh.
can
I
make
was
it.
like, do you mean like fresh dead body or?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
The
it
fresh
smells like
corpse.
But
I
thankfully,
mean,
no.
it definitely also has that must of blood and old blood too. And that's what's so confusing about it. And it's like it's everything and nothing at the same time. It's weird.
Everything and nothing.
Weird.
Interesting.
Mhm.
it looks like we're on the right track.
But it's very distinct. I will say it's very distinct.
Like, and I've
Doesn't smell
probably
like any
never
of
met
us.
like. I was gonna say my brain's thinking Aragonasi or something, but I'm like, have I
Mhm.
ever met one? Would I know?
Mhm.
That would have been in my nature check, so probably
Mhm.
not.
Yeah, with your nature check, I would say you can't place it.
Got it.
Like,
Mhm. Well, Zoe, keep that scent in mind if we ever come up on something that smells similar.
Yeah, another odd smell. Kind of like
But
you.
friend, but what? I showered this morning.
That's not what she means.
You're smelling though something in the
Your
wind.
muffled, weird humanness.
This nail's getting to you.
Why are you still holding it, Seven?
Well, I gotta keep it for evidence.
you're gonna put it.
Shouldn't you
No, I
put
don't
it in a
think you
will.
container?
Where are you
Ow.
putting it?
No, I was kidding. I was kidding. I was
Oh my
kidding.
god!
No!
Literally
If he does
just gasped.
If he does that, Jaren's gonna smack his hand before he can put it in his mouth.
You see kind of Detective Norkin's eyes just widen. Like, what the? Pulls
Seven,
out
haven't
a
you
book,
learned?
You thought I was gonna
Don't
eat
put-
it,
writes
didn't you?
something
Don't put
down.
weird things in your mouth. Do you want that one thing to happen again?
What? Which thing?
Jaren's gonna like lean in really close, like the horse shit.
Oh, God. Whew, I thought you were gonna talk about my retractable teeth.
What?
What?
What? When did he become toothless, and or is that so? Did he bite them? Was he a suspect too?
When did you have retractable teeth?
Let's keep going.
Do we ever remember a time where Seven had teeth on him?
No.
Open your mouth, Seven.
No, you're gonna put something in there. I think we should keep focusing on the task at hand.
You see Detective Norkin like eyeing Seven.
Jaren's eyeing
Seven's,
Out of
Seven.
book.
Seven's gonna wink at her.
And there goes retractable teeth? Question mark.
No, seriously, what the
away.
heck?
I know, everyone's
Is that
going, when
true?
did he have retractable
She's
teeth?
looking at his beak intensely.
7, just let me see.
Plenty.
I mean, your teeth, bro.
I'll show you later.
May I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead and insight check.
Okay.
Insight for retractable teeth.
Can I nature check that? Cause
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
I feel like I could nature that maybe too, but I will do
16.
insight first.
Alright.
Geese
Let's see
have
what
teeth,
Zoe's.
right? Like that's
Yeah, that is true.
Jared's
That
like,
is true.
geese have teeth. 7.
That's what I'm
I've never seen
thinking.
7 have teeth.
And don't some penguins?
Damn.
So Jaren, as you're kind of thinking, and you're like, but he's technically a crow or a magpie type of bird.
crows
and
kinda
we
have
don't
Is it a
teeth.
corvid?
kinda
No.
corvids, yeah, it'd
Yes,
be a
it'd be cool.
well, technically his breed is Seven's breed is a corvum. And it's weird. Zoe,
Yes.
you've super perspective and like you've been around Seven enough. He's talking nonsense again.
Yep, just nonsense.
Retractable teeth.
Maybe
don't think
he's
birds
trying to
can
get his head into the mindset of the serial killer, as he had been saying.
It could be. And Detective Narkin goes, I don't know of anybody who can have retractable teeth, but unless they're like some kind of vampire or something.
Vampire.
I don't know.
We should
Weird.
write that
Vampire
down.
leave like
Yeah, she kind of pulls it out next to retractable teeth. Vampire?
These notes are gonna get wild as the day goes on.
As you guys are kind of discussing this, Zoe, as
for
perspective
retracted
as you are, you feel eyes looking down the alleyway.
Uh-oh. What's that?
She smell the smell.
That smelly smell,
Magic
that smell.
smell.
You do catch a whiff of the smell,
Oh,
but
whiff of the smell. Is it similar to the smell? Because that'd be funny.
it is similar, but it's just like a small lingering. It's like smells older, but you do see, kind of looking down the alleyway, you see kind of this older gentleman with a cane, hunch, very long beard and eyebrow. You know how like old people like sometimes where like their eyebrows kind of grow out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of staring at you guys in the alleyway, kind of looking at you guys.
Is Zoe the only one that sees him, or
No, you if you guys look in the direction, you definitely see him. He's not hiding very much. He's just
Oh.
been busy with your conversations to realize that there's just an old man looking.
She's just gonna stare straight back at him. Sorry, I'm washing my hands.
Jaren's gonna wave at him? Sir, excuse me.
Oh, kind of looks back at you guys.
Gonna jog over to him.
Couldn't help but overhear you guys' conversation. You guys investigating a murder?
Oh, why'd you say it like that? Okay. Did you hear something about murders?
It seems to be a bit of a chatter, as the one you lass here is quite well liked around here, but she... bit of a shame. To be murdered.
What's his expression?
Just doesn't change expression. It's very, like, nonchalant in a way.
Did you know you knew her?
I saw her working at the jewelry store, but sometimes would go see her when I go buy stuff for my wife. Hmm.
Um,
Do you know who did it?
we're looking into that. Can I get your name really quick?
Ah, Peter.
Peter.
Ah, fuck. Shit.
Sorry, Jen.
All right.
Peter Burke.
Peter Barker.
Yeah, I'll say Peter Barker. There you go. It's Peter Barker, guys. It's Peter,
Peter
Barker.
Barker.
Yeah.
Peter Barker.
Peter Barker.
Do you walk around this area often?
Yes, it's good on the old legs. He kind of like bangs with his like cane off, like on his ankles.
Ah, yes.
Spry as I used to be, but
They do say walking's good for you.
I do like walking around. It's getting a little cold these days, and regret not bringing my gloves.
Oh. Can I glance at his hands while he says that?
Yeah, you can see as you look at his gloves and the gloveless hands. There you go. And
Seems
you
like
can
weird
see
scuff marks.
not really weird stuff. His hands look weathered from age and what seems to be like a previous life that worked well with his hands.
Hmm. Have you lived in Waterdeep long?
Most of my life, I've been a carpenter. I built some of these buildings here. You see, good days. Hurts the back though. Kind of like
Oh, I feel it.
kind of pats his shoulders down a little bit.
What are you up to now? If you don't mind me
Just
asking.
walking around and doing my daily walks and such.
Still doing carpentry?
No, I'm retired now. My hands ain't as precise as they used to be, and he kind of lifts one, and you can kind of see his hands shake a little bit.
Ah. Well.
You have a suspect, or anybody who you think might have done it for this murder.
I like breathe on me whenever he does that.
You can see his eyebrows go up every time he says murder a little bit.
We're still looking at our options. So yeah, you like murder mysteries?
Yeah, why are you so interested, old
I'm-
man?
7, that's rude.
I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely the talk of the town. Whenever there seems to be crime. But he does the same thing that he does
Why
with murder.
Do
too.
that. It's just crime and murder.
Ooh.
You have an interesting
But-
canter.
You don't like the way I talk.
No, I'm just saying it's an interesting canter. I've never heard it before.
He's saying he loves the way you talk.
Love.
Well, if you like how I talk, us old people, we see things. We have eyes around the city.
Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ!
Have you
Speaking
seen
of-
anything suspicious?
Have you seen anyone really tall, blonde,
All dark and handsome.
Oh,
tall, dark, and handsome?
Long wild hair.
Long, wild hair.
Wild hair, possibly humanoid.
There is a strange lass who's been around these parts lately.
A strange lass.
Yes, she obviously foreign as she is a Triton, but She always seems to linger around here and just
Wait, a what?
Triton. The
Oh,
same
okay.
yeah.
Like a fish person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's
Dang,
always
7
seems to
sweet braces.
be damn.
Jeez.
She
Yeah.
seems to always just seems unaccustomed in a way to the ways of Waterdeep. Dress very strangely.
Hmm.
That's why she kind of stands out a little bit.
Dressed like how?
Uh, unfamiliar clothing. I'm assuming it's of typical Trenton wear. I don't know, but she always seems to occasionally have a habit when I walk around that she just stands in one spot or sits in one spot and just watches.
The
Very
same spot?
odd. No, no, different, but always seems to be just looking.
Okay.
So, where exactly does she normally hang around?
Around here sometimes. A little bit more north. I've seen her a few times at Hero's Garden.
Fascinating.
Race is this guy?
He is human.
Human. Okay. He's got freaky teeth.
Uh, the strange lady.
No, I'm saying to you,
Oh,
Jen. Does
to
this old
me?
man have freaky teeth?
You want to go
Man.
look at his? Do you want to look at his teeth?
Well, I'm looking at him while he's like saying
Shocking.
murder,
Yeah,
crime.
crime. When he says that, no, his teeth are pretty human-like.
Okay. Okay. And she just stands there and nothing else for a long time?
Oh, I sometimes will go on my walk, and she'll be there in the morning, and I'll go on my walk on the evening, and she'll be in a slightly different spot, but still in the same location.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you for that information. Um,
You think she's the murderer?
I can't say anything now.
Ah, I
So,
see. Detective work. Very serious.
very serious indeed.
How old
You
are
know
you,
how it
lad?
is.
You seem a little young.
Don't worry about it. I'm like
Ah,
I'm like
are you some
almost
kind of
30.
prodigy?
No.
You seem like you're like 14.
Wait. No. I'm
Are you sure? You're about the same height as my grandson.
I'm 23.
Ah,
Jared
I
is
see.
crying when he
Oh, it's
says
okay to be 13. Especially as a young prodigy, you'll do
I'm
great
not.
things.
Hang on, sir.
You to lie about your
struggling to
age.
hold back and snicker.
She's gonna glare back at him.
Star's looking away, just snickering in a corner.
Anyways, my age doesn't matter here. We've got some places to be. So, thank you for that information. Um, and I hope you enjoy your walk, but please don't go down, Sally, because
I mean,
it's
obviously
blocked off, I
been a,
assume.
a murder.
Stay safe out there.
Mm-hmm. You don't go live about my age if you ain't safe. It just looks. And he just kind of looks at you, Jaren. Kind of chuckles a little bit. They do get younger and younger every year, do they? And he kind of continues to walk off.
Arya stares at this old man.
Peter Barker.
Peter Barker.
Odd.
Human local carpenter.
Yep.
Let's go look for this Triton that Peter Barker had mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
She
still
kind of
see him?
hangs around.
Yeah, you kind of see him like walking down the street. Just kind of seeming to look around. He seems to be enjoying life. All right,
Well-
what's the plan?
Look for the Triton
All
who
right.
hangs around this area. So if she's still hanging around, we'll probably bump into her.
All right.
Well, I guess we can just go the routes that they know. So here to Hero's Garden, sometimes to the castle,
Mhm.
or
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so while you guys are kind of looking around this general area, I'm gonna need you guys to make perception checks. See
okay.
if you could spot them.
Perception.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Kara kind of like whispers to
Oh no.
to Sterling, and she's like, "Why do I feel like that old man's going to die?"
I mean, he
23.
kind of old, but you think he's going to die?
I don't know. He seems like someone who puts his nose in where he shouldn't.
Oh, a little too nosy.
Mm.
Hmm. I hope nothing
Thanks,
bad
Zoe.
happens to it.
Yes.
All right.
And as they're walking, Sterling's also gonna. I mean, his perception check is ass, but he's gonna be looking for any like suspicious looking people, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I saw your perception check.
Yeah, I know it's ass, so I don't think it matters what he's looking for.
It's okay. It's because Makari was talking to him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's like looking
Yeah.
and trying to like pay attention to the conversation at the same time. All right, so 7 and Zoe are the ones who are the perceptive ones. I just realized you guys have the same perception score. Damn! Damn! You guys are
You
insane.
guys are perceptive.
I know.
looking.
Who would have thought 7 was?
I'm looking.
So, a few hours go by as you kind of look in the immediate area, looking for anybody who looks that matches a Triton description. And it is a big city. And the Sea Ward, from the location of the Rough Cut to the Hero's Garden, is a pretty big area. And you spend some time looking somewhere around. An hour go bys.
Anything
You
Norkin?
go around and look. What about Norkin?
Anything Norkin can kind of like add, or they're like, it's not really like.
She kind of thinks a little bit about the Triton. She goes, well, Triton would match the descriptions of the bite marks. It is a good lead, and who knows, it potentially may lead to something. It's worth a shot. And a few more minutes go by of you guys looking around. Nothing. A few more minutes. And the sun starts setting. And it is getting dark. And it doesn't seem like you can see any signs of this Triton.
Triton in foreign clothes. Well, no sign of her thus far.
Mm,
Should we check up on the old man?
You wanna check Peter
You-
Barker again?
Peter Barker?
he's just an old man. I feel like we'd be wasting our time.
Hey, does Norkin know about the Barkers? He seemed wealthy, so.
She goes, it's the first time I've ever seen him. I can look into it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can look into it and see if his story lines up to anything.
Yeah, that would work.
Mhm.
Yeah. Should have insight checked.
Mhm. Imagine insight checking.
I know, I should have insight checked. I forget that's a thing.
I try and remember, but I don't always either.
No, it's sometimes you're in the moment and you're like trying to pay attention to what I'm saying. You kind of forget too. I understand. As it gets pretty late, Detective Norkin is going to address to the group, and she goes, "It's as it gets later, it's gonna become a bit more quiet. There's gonna be less and less people on the streets. We might have to call it a night. I mean, there's some things I want to look into, and I'm technically on the clock right now, so
I guess we walked around this entire city and haven't found anything.
your feet's hurt." And she goes,
Did I get the
am
chance to go in the water? Because I was gonna look there for.
"Oh, for the water around the other than yeah, there was no like water markings at the crime scene. I will say that. There doesn't seem like there was anything.
Well, no,
that
just in case someone
suggested-
threw anything in there, in the actual water near the crime scene, like around it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. And I'll even use your perception check from last time.
Sweet.
So kind of looking around, there isn't necessarily any rivers or aqueducts that go through. There are the little holes that you can probably go through to access the sewers, which potentially could be.
Does it look like it was disturbed recently, and or can I tell?
No, there is a nice layer of snow along a lot of the sewer access. Doesn't look like anybody had access to the sewers anywhere nearby. So the closest body of water will be the sea as well.
And that's still a ways
I
away.
could search to see, but yeah, if it's but I'm
It is a bit
pretty
away.
sure if someone killed someone, they wouldn't want to dispose of the weapon nearby. But the sea might be a bit extreme. Ah, well then, it was worth a shot.
Definitely is. That is definitely worth a shot. Detective Norkin kind of informs the rest of you guys, and she goes, "I'll look into seeing if we can find this Triton. We do have access to the census, and see if we can find all of the Tritons who seem to reside here in the Sea Ward. From my time living here, there aren't too many of them, so I'll see if I can pull up a list
Anyone
for tomorrow."
that's wearing unfamiliar clothing is what
Mm-hmm.
he noted.
Mm-hmm. I'll also ask a few of the watch members who seem to patrol around here and see if they've seen anything as well. I think that's definitely an option.
hmm It looks like from the murders, previous victims, they attack every 2 or so days.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be okay for tonight, but we
For tonight,
definitely need to like
find it
find
tomorrow.
them tomorrow.
I share the same concern.
Why every 2 days?
Maybe that's when they get hungry. I don't know.
hmm
Should we meet back
Well,
somewhere?
we can meet back if it's okay with you, back at the palace, or is there anywhere you want to particularly meet?
Can't think of anything right now. So
I
I
mean,
guess we'll
the
grab her at
palace is fine.
headquarters.
Mhm.
Are we still in the C ward?
We are
nearby?
still in the Sea Ward. You guys are
Uh,
closer to pick up the toad if that's what you're asking.
yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Okay.
I need to pick up my son from daycare.
Alright, let's go.
All right. So with that, Norkin does part ways with you as she heads back to the palace, Waterdeep Palace, to do some further research with using government resources.
We don't have that.
Yeah. And you guys head over to the Lagaris Armory to go pick up your son, your
My
boy.
son!
Mm-hmm.
All
Alrighty,
fresh and
so
clean.
so you guys head your way over there. Doesn't take too long. You already made most of the journey over there anyways. You guys kind of arrive. It is towards the end of the day, and it's pretty empty. But you do see the light is still on within the armory.
Nice. Go on in, I guess. Knock on the door.
Alright. You open on, and she goes. You hear the familiar voice of Byfond just going, "We're closed! Come back tomorrow!"
I'm here to pick up my son.
Oh, I see. You guys have come back. So she kind of opens up the door for you guys, and lets you guys on in.
Are you always open this late?
No, I'm just finishing up some commissions.
Oh. um, have you heard about the recent murder going on?
Oh, the one lady who was murdered a few streets away in the SeaWorld, right?
Yes.
Other than it being a bit of a commotion, no.
So you haven't seen anything suspicious? Maybe last night? I don't know if you were here late last night, but
Oh, I was. I spend most of my time here, so I hadn't really left the property.
now I can insight check.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Jeez, the murderer. Just kidding.
She was holding my son. No, I can't even. Bad insight roll. My son hops out of the room and I get too distracted.
Yeah, you're like you kind of look at her to just kind of see if you can get a gist of what she's saying, and then you hear the familiar croak of your son completely
There he
derails any line
is.
of thinking. You see him kind of waddle his way out, kind of gives a little bit of a croak, and he sees you, and you can see he kind of spits a little bit of fire through his nose in excitement.
I've thought of a name for you.
Oh, you have?
I'm thinking Forge. Forg.
Oh,
Cute.
cute. It's a little on the nose, but
Forge.
hey, simple.
Forge.
I'm a simple lady who likes the simple things in life. I think that's pretty fitting.
It is quite fitting for Jern.
That's it. That's how you spell
Forge.
it.
Forge! Ah! Aw, cute!
So wait.
oh,
I
hold
have to
on, hold
find the
on.
channel it's in.
Hold 1 second, 1 second.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Okay, it's like it's
Yeah.
like intentionally misspelled frog. I
Aw,
like it.
cute.
I can't think of anything unless it would be probably something German, knowing Jaren's family.
Damn.
Okay,
You
okay,
got
I'm good.
scared 'cause-
Sorry, it
How do I
freaked out.
say? Hang on.
Alright.
Toad in German. Krot.
Oh, yeah.
Crot. Okay.
eh. So perfect. So, he kind of looks at you expectantly. Little hungry.
Ah, yes. Do I have anything for him?
Do you?
Let me check my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
No, he cannot eat that. That's not good for him. I was like, dragon jerky, but there's no way he should eat that.
If not,
Um,
Bifun takes a little bag of scraps that you see kind of tied to her belt.
Oh, you just had those on hand, huh?
Oh, I've had them ever since you've given to me. He's a bit of a glutton.
Oof. Forget to go on a diet.
He kind of looks at you, Jer, and then looks at the bag of straps as Bifun kind of like puts a bunch of them in your hand.
We have
Okay.
technical issues.
He didn't toss them. Oh.
It's hard to say no to him when he looks at you with such expectant eyes, and as you kind of watch as Forge kind of leaps up and kind of catches the straps in the air.
Nice. Alrighty. Um,
You can hear him
Well-
like croaking in satisfaction, very happily.
was he behaved?
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's a little shy.
Well, given his previous owner.
Yeah, seems to be way I can see that with the scar that seems to be around his body there. They
It's a
probably didn't have the there's like a little bit of like that gash, kind of like almost like when you first saw him, you saw that kind of like that little like
Oh.
rip within kind of his body, like that like very bright. And yeah, she goes, well, that's a sign of neglect, and his previous owners obviously did not know how to take care of toads from the fire plane. And he seems a bit distrusting of those at first. But it seems like the way to win his affection is through food, which is a very good sign.
Well,
He knows the good stuff.
thank you for watching out for him.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
Are you safe getting back to wherever you're going? Are you going home? Are you staying here?
Oh, I'm staying here. I am very much behind. He's distracting. He is extremely lovable. And I find myself watching him just go about his business being a cute little toad. And it's preventing me from hammering.
It's a little
I mean,
weird.
it's worth every second, but I will
Dang.
say it has made me behind on my work.
You hear that, Forge? You're a distraction.
Kind of looks at you, just kind of croaks a little satisfied as he kind of squints his eyes a little bit. You can almost see maybe it
Ooh,
looks like he's
cheeky.
smiling a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we will head out. I don't think we had weapons here that we had commissioned, right?
Ooh, I don't think so. This is just me as DM me. I don't
I know
think
this
you
is
guys
me
did.
asking
Were my
like
goggles done and stuff?
'Cause we had already
Oh,
picked up our
we're
stuff from
having
the armory.
seven.
The other stuff was from Wilby.
The tailor
Yeah, we'll be
wears.
wears, yeah.
So I have my
Hmm.
goggles and shit. Hell yes.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know about the goggles quite
Okay.
yet. But
Cloak,
I think
yes.
that's being
Goggles, no.
commissioned. I think the cloak is also being worked on as well.
Okay, so
So,
not yet. Okay, I'll keep
yes,
waiting.
not quite yet. So, yeah, because I think it's only been like a day since he commissioned them.
Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, I think the
yeah,
only
so-
stuff
like-
we've picked up was like the armor that some of the party members
Holy-
ordered, like that first like day or two that we
Mhm.
got into
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got some
So,
time to go.
which is soon. It is soon.
I mean, just
So
need to hurry
yeah.
up anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty.
So?
Time to put him in his pot.
Yeah. She kind of looks at it and she goes, I mean, probably should find a better way to kind of keep him than the pot, but I mean, it's good for now, but probably should recommend something else in the long term, especially if you're the adventuring sort's gonna bring him along.
I mean, we are working on it, right? Seven?
All right.
You got it. Thumbs
All
up.
right. All right. Perfect. And with that, you grab your boy.
My son.
My son.
My
We don't
boy.
want a generational repeat here.
No.
We both have scars, dude. It's already passed.
Yeah, it's past. All right. So,
Yeah.
you guys, where do you guys go to next?
Should we head back to the inn, or should we keep looking around?
Well, we can look around, but it would be difficult since we can also get framed. So, possibly back to the inn,
All right.
but we can look around while we go back to the inn.
Yeah. All right. So, with that, you guys head your way back to the inn. For those who want to look around, you guys can do perception check. For those who do not have night vision, this is a disadvantage. It is dark now.
Damn, Jaren.
Yeah. Don't really wanna figure it out.
He has his son on his back now. He doesn't want to get jumped.
Ever so vigilant. There, as you guys are kind of walking back, and kind of keeping your eye, and it's funny because it's usually Makari who senses the eyes. But as you kind of go past a street, you could have sworn, Jaren, just that feeling of being watched for a second before it's gone.
glance back a little.
And you look back, and you don't see anybody.
In the C ward, right?
You're in the Sea Ward, kind of towards the
What-
south end.
What is that? What is it, Jaren? Where are you looking?
I thought I felt like we were being watched, but I don't see anything.
Lucaria looks around where Jaren
Um,
is sensing, I guess. Because she
you
has
look
the
around.
highest night
Mhm.
vision.
Yeah, you kind of look around, and you definitely could see deeper into the darkness than Jaren can.
Mhm.
And no, it doesn't look like
Hmm.
anybody's there. I
I
mean,
don't
if there
see
was,
anything.
they seem to have crossed the street and down the alley and walked a different direction.
Can Mikaria make a detect magic real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So you detect magic. Or other than like the items that you already know are magical.
Mhm.
No, nothing.
Doesn't seem like we're being spied on by anything magical, and I don't see anything around right now in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And like Zoe, do you sense anything?
Hmm. She's gonna focus on that. What am I rolling? While she's using her senses
Perception.
to-
Perception.
Okay, perfect. Always even better. Control V. Superset. Hell yeah.
25,
Oh.
dang.
And as you don't
Perceptive as
necessarily
hell.
see,
I need to make a picture of her
but
with
you
her eyes just
smell
wide open.
whiff of that strange scent on the breeze before it's gone.
Interesting. For a moment, I smelled.
Mm.
Do you think they're close by?
It was faint, so. Can I tell if it's a little stronger in one direction than another? Or if it's just being carried by the wind right now? Because then we'll follow the wind.
It's you. There, it is windy, and with the snow, it's a little disorienting. But with how high your perception roll is, kind of in the general gist that Mikari and Jaren have been talking to, it seemed like it was coming from that direction.
Okay.
But
Is this
We should
the
probably go in this direction
same-
if we want to find it.
Is this the same direction that we've been feeling like the
Yeah. We're being watched. It's always in the C ward.
I know, but like in
Mhm,
that
you
direction, the C ward.
you are in a different spot, and it's always been a different spot, but it's always been in the C ward.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Alrighty, always been in the C ward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think there's much we can do now.
All right. I guess we're not going after it.
All right. And you guys head your way back to the ship's prow. And you safely make it there. Nothing too much of interest happens, other than maybe it gets a little bit more snowier and picks up wind. And by the time you guys get to the ship's prow, it is really, really windy, and the vision was getting kind of hard to see, as it seems like there seems to be a storm coming.
Storm.
Mm-hmm.
A storm
Wow.
is coming.
If the murderer is doing his usual of every 2 days, it's good that he's gonna attack after the storm, I guess. Does this seem like a 2-day storm or a 1-day storm?
Make a nature check.
I don't know much
No.
about nature.
No, you don't know.
I don't know either.
Sure be cold.
It's cold.
It's
I feel
stormy.
like
Sure be cold?
Stormy.
Really?
Actually, no!
Sure be?
You don't feel cold. If anything, your ring
It's
of
too
warmth is
warm.
making it a little.
That's
it's
true.
a little hard to tell.
Jaren got that.
I have the ring of warmth and I have my sun.
It's a little hard for you, McCray, because you're not as familiar with the surface and its weather pattern, especially over by the coast and how far north you are. It seems like it's gonna be a long storm. Definitely might see a bit of it tomorrow. At least during the day.
Reminds me of the mountains that we
Mhm.
crossed.
Hmm.
No. Sorry, Suggs. I hope the horses will be okay.
I mean, they're in the stable area, so
Mhm.
not getting hit with any cold chills.
The stables are also between buildings, so if anything, they're actually more protected than the ship prow.
No rooftop shenanigans today, 7.
You can fly in these ones, 7.
7?
7?
I was muted and I realized.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd let a little tiny storm like this stop me. Is a storm coming?
Yeah, storm are coming.
Well, I'll win.
You'll win.
The wind to win.
Oh, you're gonna win the win?
I'm gonna win the wind.
The wind to win you.
I need a max wind.
You know what? When that storm comes, let's go up in the roof and test it out.
I just said no rooftop shenanigans.
Yeah, but why not rooftop shenanigans when you
Yeah.
can?
I don't think it's a very safe thing to do, especially right now, 7.
Seems entertaining to watch.
Well, we'll see when we get back.
You have a murder to solve.
Yeah, well, sometimes you need a little bit of time. Have fun.
Maybe the blizzard will blow 7 towards the murderer.
Yeah. I am a miracle after all. Who's to say I won't get taken into the answer that we're looking for?
Did you just say who's to say you won't get taken into the answer? Are you trying to get are you trying to be a target?
I mean, he's a wonderful bait.
No,
I mean,
that's a bad idea. That's
I mean,
dangerous.
even if I was targeted, I'd win.
Are you sure? Did you see the?
Yeah, but
Well,
they
we
haven't
saw
targeted.
the
What if he-
crime scene.
What if they take
Also-
your feathers?
Well, first of all, they've only been targeting humans.
No, they
That's a
haven't.
lie.
They
Not-
have not.
They've each been a different race, I think.
Yeah, a gnome, a human, and an elf. Who's to say that a 7 isn't next?
That is
I'd
true.
say you're
You're
actually
the
more
new.
at risk right now because a bird
we have-
hasn't been taken yet.
We have to go to bed and lock up as soon as possible.
I feel like everybody's like thumbs upping each other after Zen says that.
Good job, good job.
Good job, guys. We're patting each other on the back. Yeah, nice.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. We got there eventually.
Hey, win
It took
the
a
win.
bit, but
We won.
we
We
won.
won. All right. So, you guys head inside the ship's prow. Is there anything you guys want to do as we close up the night?
Check my room for murders.
Yeah, which room?
My room.
All right, roll a d4.
We're doing this again.
This is the bit. This is the bit.
This is the bit. Every time we go
The
to
bit is the bit that keeps on giving.
So, you go up onto the 3rd floor, and you go and open up your room. And it's locked.
Well, obviously it's gonna be locked.
Yeah, I mean, you always lock your room.
I'm gonna have to unlock it now.
And you unlock the door, and just as you can hear the little click, you feel the door begin to open up. You see a towering, looming figure stand above you. Extremely tall. Sharp teeth.
Well, damn.
in your room.
In my
In
room?
your room, in 7's room.
In your room 7.
Well, I'll be darned.
Did he go up by himself?
Did you guys watch him go up by himself?
Well, the
I feel
girls
like
aren't
we were
gonna go
gonna
to his
The
room.
girls go into their room.
Yeah.
So what do the boys
So,
Damn, I guess the boys are responsible for 7. Yeah, I imagine we're gonna have to follow him.
So we're
As you
behind
see,
him,
you guys
Behind
start
him.
see
like trailing up. He probably ran there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're probably catching up.
You guys catch up as you see a white dragonborn, very annoyed, looking down at 7.
oh no. It's
Oh.
it's him again.
Does it smell like him? Is it him?
I
No,
wouldn't know.
Actually,
He
no,
didn't
it smells
say.
Dragonborn
completely
again.
different.
Okay,
And he looks
definitely.
down, and he goes,
Hmm.
"You again? How do you find my room?"
Huh?
It's like every time. It's
Oh,
him.
okay, that would've been
Well,
funny.
first of
That's
all,
good.
you went there for the job I hired you for.
That's the guy you hired? You cheering in the back.
He kind of
You
looks
let
at you and
yourself
goes,
get hired by this guy? Asking the dragonborn.
How much did
Yeah.
he pay you?
Pardon me.
"He hasn't paid me yet, but
Hey, when the
once he
job's
tells me a
done.
job, I expect payment."
Well, I can't really pay you. The job's already been done.
I paid him already.
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, if the job is done, and let's say I did that job.
No, you weren't there.
Even
And
are
first of-
you?
Not only were you not there, I have a few questions to ask you.
Okay, he kind of crosses his arms and goes,
I see you have
"What type of
sharp
questions it
teeth.
is?" Yeah.
Where were you on the night of this
Okay.
morning?
The night of this morning. Well, I was in my room. Asleep. You can even talk to the innkeeper if you were debating if this is my room or not.
There's been some weird things happening in town, and sharp teeth are involved. And I see some chompers.
Rude.
7. I think it's time to go to bed.
I'm busy investigating.
Jared's gonna be nudging
should-
him.
You should leave this poor dragonborn alone. 7, it's late.
Oh yeah.
Sorry
we
about
forgot
that.
to do
I got my eye on you.
still.
He's like shooing him
Well,
away.
I'm looking at him for like any sus stuff. Can I invest or
Then you came up with it?
Insight.
incite him?
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
Zoe
with
came
the-
to peek
Zoe
into
came
here's the
peek into it.
commotion
Yeah,
of
to peek the commotion.
I'm gonna
Um,
like what?
So yeah, so make an insight check to see if if he seems pretty sus as he talks or acts around 7. He kind of looks down
Dang it, I
at
wanna
7
use
and
a
goes,
spreadsheet.
"Well, sorry, can't do a job if you don't tell me the information that I need to do."
Aw, damn. 9.
No, he's hard to read. If
Mhm.
anything, he looks really annoyed.
Hmm.
Push up.
Well, maybe another job will pop up for you.
All right. Well,
But till
obviously you know
then,
how to find me.
Yeah.
So he can't run from him, so I'm just fine.
He's accepted his faith.
He's like, I've already changed rooms. How does he keep fighting me?
He's like, I just want to sleep.
He kind of looks at Seven, sighs, and closes the door.
That guy keeps getting in my room somehow. We're gonna have to get a new room, guys.
That's not your room.
Yeah, not anymore.
7, our room has always been on the 4th floor this whole time.
We're on the 4th.
We're on the 3rd.
He doesn't know how to count.
We
does
really
not
need to
count.
teach you how to count. Aren't there labels? 7, can't you read?
Doesn't he have fingers
there.
right now?
No, Seven
It
can't
says
read either,
3.
He
remember?
can
It's
count
three.
though because he has fingies right now because his feathers are messed up.
I can read.
All right, 7. What number is that? And he points to the like there's probably like a little placard with like
Yeah.
Fourth floor.
3rd floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Sterling
He's
brings out his
very-
journal
the mo-
again.
The most confident he's ever said anything ever.
Yeah. Sterling brings out his journal. He says, teach him how to read and write. Am I missing anything else? You know what? We'll
Read
figure it out
out.
along the way. Months, days, weeks, years.
Damn,
where did
he's
his
getting a
notes go?
full-on education.
He has to go to
in my
school.
notes, I'm trying to find my fucking
I have to go to school.
I go to school.
7, you never went
How
to
to
school?
count.
days, weeks, months. How to count
Jaren didn't go to school.
without
Ripping his feathers out.
Feathers, yeah. Reading and writing. There you go.
Wait, he knows how to
There's
write.
a lot of
don't you?
things. No, he does scribble,
those-
freaking scratch, drawings.
No,
Oh,
I
shoot.
do right.
He signed his name before, right? So that's why I assumed he can write.
Did any of us ever see his actual signature? Was it real?
Was it
Or
scribbles?
did he just
We
scribble?
gave
It's a
him the watch.
scribble.
I know we
Oh,
gave
well,
it to. Well, the watch got it. Was anybody hovering over his shoulder to watch him write it?
It was real to me.
I wasn't.
We can ask him
Any
now,
of you?
alright?
No, it's just a scribble.
Okay. Servant. Sterling opens to a random blank page in his journal and holds it out to 7. Why don't you write your name here?
No. Well, that's a
You
lot of
won a
pressure.
training, 7.
That's a lot of pressure to want to write something right in front of you.
Uh,
Why is it pressure? Zoe tilts her head.
Everyone's
She had
watching.
basic schooling before she went to the forest.
Because everyone's watching.
And
I'll look away, I'll look away.
Okay, everybody has to turn around.
I'll do something
Whoever's
else.
here.
okay.
In the meantime, Sterling.
Hmm?
Why
Sterling's also holding the pages down so he can't flip through his fucking journal while he's turned away.
don't you just rip out a page?
Yeah, alright.
Oh, I guess he could have. Alright, you know what? Yeah, he'll rip out a page. Leave the page. Actually, no, wait, that's a bad idea. What if he just, like, eats it or some shit after? I can't let that
No.
happen. He's leaving the
not
book.
eating-
He's leaving the book. He's just gonna hold it. He's gonna hold the pages.
What?
He's just looking away.
Why?
He's loading the
Don't
pages
trust
down.
7
Damn.
fucking eating. We have to see the
Here, I'll
signature
rip
to make
the
sure he
page
can
and give it to
write.
him. I'm ripping it and giving him a page from my
He
book.
could just, like, throw it or so. He could hide
Sterling
his
is being
signature.
so secretive about his diary.
Excuse me.
You can take a piece of paper from my book then. Damn.
Just keep an eye on that paper.
He's
I have a
fine.
gut feeling 7's gonna eat that, and we're not gonna see him actually write anything.
I'm so
We need to
hungry.
take note of this for his future, his education.
I'm
He needs to go to
so
college someday.
It seems like
Oh
you guys can.
Sorry,
no.
Nat's power went out.
Oh no!
Damn.
Damn!
No. No wonder it got so peaceful.
What?
That's horrible. Why would you say
It's
that?
it's interesting that like the people who was trying to teach 7 are like the ones that didn't get a lot of education.
You're
The ones
right.
They're
without
like-
formal
Hey,
education.
I don't see you you volunteering to teach this poor abandoned child.
Makaria
A
isn't a
child
teacher.
left behind.
My foundation is strong.
Actually, I feel like Makaria would be one of the better teachers, but she would.
She would have no patience for it.
It's always the ones who
It's-
don't want
It's
to
the
do
fear of like
Yeah.
the fear of punishment. I think.
Hello?
That
You'd
would
be like, how do you mean you don't
Oh, I
understand?
need to turn you up. You are quiet, Nat.
Brings
I'm
out
on my
the-
AirPods right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would threaten with violence.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
We've
we
been
talking
waited.
about
rambling
how
about
Seven's deliberate.
teaching 7.
Oh,
Yes.
We're stalling.
Yeah.
while that's happening, I was going to ask Sterling if I could see his hand again.
Oh. Yeah.
He's
He'll
gonna start
take
trying
off
to
his-
write. He's gonna start writing his name.
Yeah, that's why he said no one look at him.
Yeah. Sterling takes off his right glove and he'll hold it out.
Here, his hand.
Yeah. Looks the same as last time.
It's not getting any bigger or anything. James, I like look at it carefully.
Yeah, make perception check.
I'm on my phone now, so
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
no, you're chilling.
I could have typed it out for you too. It's a +6. That's true.
I got it. 15.
15?
Nice.
I mean, it looks the same. So, like, still looks like it hurts.
Is his hand cold or? I mean,
his
it still
hand's
looks like
cold.
frostbite.
Yeah, it's actually Sterling's always been just cold.
Sterling's dead. Just
Silly
kidding.
thing.
I'm kidding.
Damn!
Sterling's been dead this whole
He's
time.
been dead this whole
Yeah,
time?
he's an actual
like-
ghost.
Yeah.
Damn.
He reached ghost status before he did.
Damn. There was no Sterling. He was dead
No
from
one
the very
knew.
beginning.
Damn, there was never a Sterling?
Damn.
Who is this man then? My boy.
It was Loomis. No.
It was
Loomis!
Oh.
Loomis! Loomis! He's gone.
Oh no.
Anyways, James gonna be like, your hand is freezing.
Is it?
Here, put it over here.
Maybe he
It's
should
like-
hold the cold. Just
He's gonna like kind of have it near Forge.
Forge, actually, funny
Oh.
enough, as soon as Sterling gets a little closer, you hear very territorial growl.
Hey, it's okay.
From you kind of see as kind of like he kind of shifts and then spouts out a little fire. Kind
Hey,
of like
whoa,
as a
whoa,
territorial
whoa.
going defensive.
Hey, he's a friend. It's okay, Forge. You know him.
He does another croak of defense.
you know,
Kind of almost leaning away from Sterling.
It's okay. I don't want to scare him anymore. It's fine, really. I've always
like-
been kind of cold. That's just kind of how it is.
He needs a banky.
What?
Sterling.
A binky.
Vinky.
Anyways,
Pinky.
here, see, I told you I know how to write.
Hey, do you wanna
James gonna do
describe
the hand rub thing. You know, like while they look.
Why describe it when I can show it?
Oh,
the hand
sure.
rub does hurt a little
How?
bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
how
it
hard are
does
you
hurt.
doing the hand
It
rub?
is any pressure hurts, by the way.
Hello?
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
writing
I
them.
think Nat's having some
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nat's
technical
difficulties.
difficulties again.
Yeah.
Sterling's just fucking wincing in pain, but he won't pull his hand away.
This poor boy. But while they're doing all of this, Makari is like just in her room reading the
Mhm.
book that they got from the
Oh. Mhm.
place. I think it was like the legacy, or what is it called? Prophecy book that
Oh,
they
the
got.
prophecy book?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you looking for specifically?
She's just reading chapters by
Okay.
chapter.
Chapter by chapter. All right. So, the first one that you take a look at in here tells a prophecy of basically you know, I almost feel like I need to make a chart about prophecies now. But basically this one tells of the rise of a hero who, and upon saving the city that he lives in, he will lose everything in return and become bitter, sour, and in a way become what he had defeated.
Man, some of these are awfully sad.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that it's a prophecy, or a bunch of prophecies of not very happy ones.
Hmm.
Anyways, oh sorry.
All right. Yeah, that's what she's doing in the room.
What the?
There you go. Look, it's 7!
Wait, that's really cute.
Cute!
Seven, and then he scribbles out.
Isn't this the
Is
number
there-
7?
Yeah.
Doing your S's backwards.
Dang.
Oh.
Sterling, like. Oh,
That's
no,
so
wait.
funny. Oh, that's cute.
See?
Strand's gonna chill out on warming up Sterling's hand if it's hurting him.
Yeah, it is sore. It stings.
Sterling beads of sweat just from the pain.
It's not broken or anything.
No, I mean, it didn't feel broken.
Sterling kind of shakes his hand a little. Shakes his hand like out. You know, like when we get the wrist pains.
Mhm.
Just like 2 of those, and then he's gonna bring out his journal and underline teach 7 writing.
But he wrote.
Yeah, he wrote a
It's-
7.
Yeah, that's his name, bro.
I feel like 7.
Looks like a
Is
Z.
this a letter or a number? And he points
Yeah.
to the 7. Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
Yes.
He does another underline under writing.
So did you make this up
Reading,
yourself?
reading.
Straight from the dome piece.
His brain.
I always make things myself. I'm just
Oh.
that type of guy.
Hey, speaking of making things, let's make those things.
I would love to do that. I love making things, you know? Have you ever made a thing before?
Yeah. Jordan did make a thing, and then everybody got
I was about to
really
say,
was
no
like-
comment.
I remember.
No one knew what it was.
No comment. I made a cloak. There you go. And I made your gloves.
Are we talking about making things again?
Make the thing.
Yeah. But it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, I know. What is
Like
the
right
price?
now.
Okay, what is the price? Damn.
200 gold.
For a backpack thing?
Oh, the backpack. I don't know the price for that. I
Are
was
you
thinking
talking?
about the
Because we don't have
gloves.
the gloves yet. We can't do that yet.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. But I can make a backpack with a little window on it.
Yeah, like an oven, heat proof,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
heat.
Looks like we're gonna have to temper some glass.
Hey, you do have a forge.
Do you know how to use that thing?
Thing.
Jurino?
What?
Jurino.
Who's what? Who's Torino?
You. I'm just calling.
Oh.
Jaren with an Eno at the end.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I get it now.
No, really?
What?
I was just over here making no sense.
Talking about? I thought you were talking about Forge, and I was like, he's what?
George. Oh,
Forge.
no. Forge. I mean, yeah, we could use him. He's basically helping build his home.
All right, Forge, ready for a room?
Looks at you, kind of eyes sparkling.
Yeah, I think he's down to help.
Can we do that now? In our
Yeah,
room?
you could actually spend
I
some
feel
time.
like it's not that late in the night, so
Yeah, it's like I would say like 10 o'clock. You guys have
Alright.
yeah, some time. You have some downtime.
Time to make build a makeshift workshop.
Alright,
We're gonna
makeshift
bring out
workshop.
his lumber that he has.
Alright. For this, just for the funs of it, make a performance check to see how much progress you guys make for this.
can I
in
assist,
the-
or is it separate?
Yeah, you can do it with an advantage. Yeah, you can do it with advantage. 7.
Alright.
Since you're the one kind of manning this. Anyone else? What you guys doing?
We're performing?
Yeah, performing with advantage.
Oh, advantage, yeah. What's the question?
16.
I mean, you guys get the good work done. You kind of realize that you're missing a few materials that you might need to go out and grab to fully make this, especially with a lot of iron working stuff. And it also doesn't help that whatever you give the toad doesn't necessarily want to give it back.
He
'Cause
tries
he's
to
only
eat it.
trained to
No.
you
Trying to
gotta
train him
work on
to
yeah,
give
you
at the
gotta
same
train.
time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you guys get some work done. You kind of figure out kind of design wise what you want from it, but might take a few more planning and nights like these to get it done. But it's working.
Nice.
All right. You guys are doing that. The rest of ya, what you guys doing for the rest of the night?
I'm gonna inspect the area and see what the local flora and fauna, like the state they're in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on where we're staying, I'm definitely gonna try and find or make some space for water.
Yeah. So funny enough, you kind of look at the local fauna, you kind of look around, and it is that winter time where everything's getting kind of frostbite bit, and the kind of not necessarily dying, but you know that like surface area of dying from the snow and the cold. Funny enough, you kind of take a look at the pot that you had from that you put carrots in. It's a lot bigger, and they're sprouting than what you would expect for growing carrots. And it almost feels like it's halfway there to growing carrots.
Oh, nice. We have good progress here.
Hmm.
I check the soil moisture level and everything for the
Mhm.
carrots and make sure it's all good.
Yeah.
No
Kind
invasive
of
things that
watering
can
it a little
harm
bit.
them.
Yeah.
Checking for buggies.
It's looking good. It's almost like and especially like when you check, you can actually feel magical elemental energy that gives this this pot life and kind of accelerating the growth of these plants. It's almost like it's
Harmonious?
it's vibing with it. There you
Harmonizing.
go.
Harmonious
Harmonizing. There you
symbiosis.
go. Yeah, basically like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Swiggity.
It's a super neat piece of, especially as a druid looking at this, super neat.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Not sponsored.
All right.
Wow, the storm is happening. It's thundering outside.
Yeah, it is actually. So much that you can see some of the lights in areas going flickering.
It's actually thundering outside.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty stormy.
It
Oh,
was super
dang.
windy over here earlier,
Mm.
but
Yeah, it's
I
Maybe it
wonder if
is a
that's why
bad.
the power went out.
It really is a bad idea to
hasn't
go.
hit me over here yet, so I'll get that in a few hours.
In between y'all.
You weren't wrong about the roof activities, Jan.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else before we call it a night?
No, Seven's just going away trying to figure out how to make this
Yeah.
bag.
Oh, Jaren's helping
Makaria
him.
is
Actually-
still reading.
Reading. All right. So, funny enough, Jaren, you're kind of impressed. You know, Seven always seems like he has his own ways of doing things, but there's a method to his madness. And you're kind of surprised just how he just knows things. And it's weird. It's almost like it comes like second nature to him.
How do you know how to build all this stuff, Seven?
Oh, you just put things together and it just works out. Isn't that how you do things?
On the surface, he has no thoughts,
Mm.
but inside that, there's so many thoughts.
I mean, I don't think
It's kind of like
always
when
works
you
out.
play music, right? Aren't you just like doing things and it just happens?
Oh, true.
Damn,
I guess.
you don't really think about it. And it's just- yeah,
All right.
that's my story.
I wonder where you learned it then.
I don't know. I am a miracle baby, so I was probably born with this ability.
Miracle baby.
Miracle baby. Makaria, as he kind of looking through, you kind of read a prophecy of not really a prophecy, but more of like kind of like a tell of a young woman who fell in love and was promised everything but the world. And had acts of betrayal happen upon her. And she lost faith within the world and decided to seek upon revenge due to her betrayal.
Revenge.
Revengi.
This is why love is useless.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Revenge stories are fun, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's liking that story.
Mhm.
Getting
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. You kind of it kind of goes into detail because this is a prophecy that has happened. It goes into a little bit more detail about it. And yeah, she fucking killed her love.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
It's a happy ending.
Yeah.
She's like, I was hoping for this.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What a good story.
Rough start, but
Mhm.
Really
And the
came
lesson
through
to
in
be
the
learned.
end.
Yeah.
The lesson to be learned. Love is useless. Murder is good.
Damn.
Ain't stories and prophecies so great?
like I'm not making that mistake.
She goes, I can learn from history. All right. So, that being said, anything else before I will end the night and end the session? Oh yeah.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
What was Sterling doing?
Now, what is Sterling doing?
He probably
what's
just does
Sterling
his usual nightly routine of like
Mhm.
doing his nighttime prayer and then like getting ready for bed.
Boring.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Damn.
Okay.
You guys are over there
See.
performing.
Yeah, we're building, and then we can't build anymore, so it's time to settle.
Sterling doesn't want to tune in. He doesn't want to help.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know how much use I'll be. I'm not exactly a builder.
Well,
Also
neither is
funny,
Jared.
And your name
Every
isn't
time you
Bob
kinda-
either.
approach the Iron Toad to kind of take a look, you can see him like kind of puff a little bit of fire in your direction.
Yeah,
Hey,
Sterling
settle
will just
down.
keep his distance. He's just gonna sit on his bed.
Because
Just
Sterling's
leg
too
nervously
big.
tapping.
Sterling's too tall.
Sterling's way
Oh.
too big.
Damn.
I mean, he was the same height around what Alan was.
Oh,
Maybe
is that
a
why
little
he doesn't like
smaller.
Damn.
Maybe.
Damn, he's giving him
Drama.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Sterling,
Damn.
stop.
Damn.
Stop
Damn.
carrying
Sterling
Get away from my
goes,
son. No.
Sterling will leave then. No, I'm kidding.
No.
He'll just sit in the corner. No, he'll just sit on his
Yeah,
bed.
he's
Hey,
sitting
Sterling,
in
I heard the
the
roof is
cuck
nice
chair.
around this time.
He's in the cuck chair.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
7 cent grill yourself.
I did not say that. Damn, what the fuck?
Damn.
Might as well
That's
have,
actually
huh?
That
hard.
was pretty much. I know that's how I took it. What the fuck? Wow,
Same.
that balcony
No,
at
I
the top
meant-
of this building is
Yeah.
real nice, ain't it?
There's a good
Jeez.
breeze out there. You might be able to fly tonight.
Jeez.
I think you need to exercise those bone wings.
Damn.
Need some more meat on those bones.
More meat on his bones. Damn. I mean, he's pretty skinny.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, he's
train
not gonna help
Aaron or
with
something.
the thing.
Um,
He's not gonna help.
Damn.
He also is like,
Fuck up.
even like before the frog got like angry. He kind of like, I don't know if I'll be like any use with my hand like this, so I'm barely alright with my left.
Poor Sterling.
I know.
He's
Useless.
fine.
Whoa.
He's normally
Damn.
clumsy, and his hand is messed up.
I know. This poor guy.
Can I?
No.
Damn. Hey, take it easy.
Damn.
I was gonna say, can I do a little bit of healing word on Sterling's hand?
Yeah. I mean,
Since
you
we're kind
can.
of hanging around.
Yeah. And you saw this from last night. You can cast. It just doesn't seem to heal with the magic.
It doesn't help with the pain or anything either.
Mm-mm. Make an Arcana check.
Another mystery. 19.
Okay. And this time kind of casting your next like healing word and kind of watching how the magic seeps in and everything. It seems like the pain is not coming from a normal source, but something magically binding.
Hmm.
It's all right. I appreciate you trying, though.
Jaren's gonna be like kind of lost in thought.
Mm-hmm. I will also say with that roll, I think the healing magic probably won't do any good. And it seems like for the pain to go away, it might need something else. You don't know what,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something else to it. There's a reason for the pain.
Better not be friggin' oral.
Like mumbling.
He's muttering to himself.
Damn. Fucking trash talking your goddess, man.
That's not my
Damn.
goddess.
You're not my
I
guy.
don't
Oh my
how like loud is Jaren muttering, and how
He's
like
just muttering.
is he just...
They're working on the forge stuff, and he like
Make a
turns and he's just
fucking,
like, you do perception.
insight. Do a perception. Yeah, perception
Mm.
check to see if you can catch it.
Perceive your forehead.
Yeah, perceive.
If you really want to know. Yeah.
not great, but also not bad.
You caught the words oral on there in that mutter.
Damn, you getting oil too?
What was
Yeah, you caught.
Yeesh.
There you go.
I mean, Jaren was
Leave my
muttering
poor
something,
boy
but
alone. Jesus.
you did catch the only thing you can catch is oral.
Or so.
Damn. Maybe it really is a fitting goddess for him.
Seven's gonna bring up an idea to Jaren.
Hmm.
It's like, what if we convert something with this bag and make it a weapon?
With the toad in it?
Yeah, you could make it I could attach like a hose, and maybe the flames could go through and shoot out like a flamethrower.
I don't know about flamethrower, but we should have a chute for him to like all the soot and stuff to come out.
Yeah, but what if you want to project his fire towards our enemies?
You want to fight enemies, Forge?
Kind of looks at you, blinks.
See, he'd love to kill. Get a
Mm,
taste for death.
I don't know if I want to expose him to that.
Nobody shakes her head.
War.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we should show more, but a little bit of murder never hurt nobody.
No murder for
Maybe we
him.
need some armies.
Well, one day he's gonna have to fight for his life, or maybe save your, or maybe fight for your life.
Well, we
If
can
you
put
want
a
him-
window on the back.
Yeah, but a window that can open so he could shoot out. Let's say
yeah,
someone. Let's say
yeah,
someone
we
was
can
about
open the
to.
window. I can open the window.
Let's say someone was about to rob you and you pointed your backpack at them.
Yeah, the window can open. He can open the window.
And he could burn them alive. Got it.
Not about burning alive, but you could probably spit something at them.
Okay, he could burn them dead.
We can teach them a trick. They can do like a little
I know.
spitting trick thing.
I know
like
a good trick he
teeth.
could do. Kill. Well, anyways, I'm putting the window on this backpack.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The kill window.
We have to make sure that it's like not gonna burn things if it touches on the outside, though. Keep the heat in to keep them warm.
That's why we're gonna temper the glass. I mean, and double insulate the wall. Jen, this is simple stuff. Insulated
made-
glass, insulated backpack.
Actually, how much does Jared understand those words?
Have you never
knows
insulated anything in
insulated,
your life?
And all he's thinking is oven.
Is he picturing like an oven backpack? Like
oven.
Yeah,
it
that's
looks
what
like
he's thinking. It's like an
Mhm.
oven-shaped backpack. And he goes, "Okay, in the oven, it's thick so that the bread can bake with the heat. So it needs something that can retain the heat."
Hmm.
Thinking about bricks though, so that's why he's kind of like.
No. I mean, if you want, I could theme the backpack to look like a little furnace. I don't know how you want it to look, Jen.
I think that might work. And we can figure it out. I mean, we kind of have this basic shape here, like this. So.
All right.
Do you think he'll get any bigger?
I don't know. I've never seen toads that breathe fire and are hot.
Me either.
I'm
I've
sure
been
he'll
told
stay.
he is a baby.
I'm sure he'll stay this size forever.
He's just a little guy. Wait, haven't we seen the big ones at the armory?
No.
Have you?
No.
I feel like
Are they
maybe.
like tucked away in the back?
Yeah, they might be.
Okay.
I don't think you guys have seen you've seen more of the storefront of the armory.
Well, even if one
Mhm.
got big, I doubt you'd be wearing it anymore at that point.
Yeah.
I could still carry him.
At that point, you need like a leash or something that won't burn.
Oh, bird. I mean a chain.
No, a leash.
Nah, he could follow along. I could pick him up. I think I could pick him up.
Can he even do any tricks yet?
Yeah,
Sit,
he
lay down,
can.
roll over, jump, speak.
Whoa!
Kind
Too
of
many
blinks
tricks
at
at
you.
once.
He does seem to clock when you start giving commands, but you're saying it too fast for him to be able to pick up.
Looks like he needs to go to school.
Yeah, it's just like you.
Well, what? I don't need to go to frog school.
No, you need to go to 7 school.
I already know everything I need to know.
Yeah, no, Simon, we do need to teach you about some stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I'd rather
Some
train.
techniques.
It's training though.
Training your
Training
mind.
for your
Will
brain.
it help? Will it help me survive out in the world against foes who seek to take my
Yeah.
life
I think so.
Yeah,
and
I
my
think it
feathers?
would.
Cast with intelligence.
What?
Don't you cast with intelligence?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
It'll help you build more stuff, I think.
I don't have to think to do that. I just do. But we'll see.
I think you should probably start thinking before you do a bit more often, 7.
You might eat doo-doo.
What?
You might eat doo-doo! Yeah, you might eat shit again.
Did Sterling say that?
No, he wouldn't say that. That's me.
Damn,
That's
I
me,
wish he would
Shannon,
say
being
that.
an asshole. No, he wouldn't.
Or would he?
Jaren would. No. We did earlier.
Does actually Sterling even know that 7 ate shit?
Actually, I don't think so. Wait,
Alright.
no! Wait, no, he does, because they've talked about it as a group before.
Oh, they've
Yeah.
talked
He
about it as a
wasn't, he
group,
didn't
alright.
witness it happen, he trust that
Knows that it
everyone
happened.
saw it and knows that it happened.
Never
The sins
again.
have been informed.
His sins have been cemented into an epitaph
Yeah.
of truth.
All right.
Anyways.
So, that being said, as it is 10, almost 10:30, we're probably gonna call it here for the session and call it in for the night. We'll start back in the morning, of the next day, and pick up next week in real time.
Yay!
Good.
We're still alive! Yay!
We solved nothing so far.
Hey, we got the
Fun. We
got
nail and we got a
details.
scent.
We got
Yes.
more info. We have a lead.
Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Barker.
Peter Barker.
Peter Barker and the
We're
foreign
making
Triton.
progress.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good
Yay.
night.
Thank you to those who watched or will watch. Keep an eye out on our Instagram for last minute stream updates or in my Discord server for also last minute stream updates. Thank you guys for
Indeed.
watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.